God, I wish that someone was. Yeah, you know, you can't get away with these bits anymore. I thought Molly had walked in or something, and she was gonna do it, and I was just gonna be like, nope, disappointed.
Yeah, did I ever tell you this time that I like supremely embarrassed myself while on filming on a set once? It has to do with like nose. So I was in a pool doing some pool scenes, and so it's just like I got to be in the water up and out. And when I pop out, you know, occasionally, you know, they'll come fix something because I had like marking on my face at the time and they needed to patch it up. And then the lady there, and this was like, I was so used to her just touching my face in general because that's what the makeup people do. They come over and they go, bah, 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 and they fix up whatever. You never know what it is. They could be putting clown makeup up. It doesn't matter. They do a great job. And she told me like, oh, you got a runny nose. And so she reaches to grab tissues and I go like this. Like I offer my nose for her to wipe my nose. And she looks at me, and she's holding the tissue out for me, and she kind of rears back like, you want me to wipe your nose for you? And I'm like, holy shit. I didn't even think about it. I was just so ready. Like, there's a problem on my face. You're the face person. Where's my face?
Your face, oh, face lady.
A snot boy. We need snot boy to come in. Snot boy.
Yeah, exactly.
We got a runner.
Is that what the best boy does on this set? I need the best boy for my runnies.
Yeah. So that was horrifically. I remember that and cringe to this day.
That's really funny, though. No, I get that. I mean, I've been on set for all of maybe an hour or something because you have graciously invited me to participate in things that you have made before. But I've always, you know, I'm not like you where you're on set all day every day, either in front of the camera or behind it. But even I got used to the makeup and the wardrobe people just coming over and just like, oh, hang on, your shirt's, and it's like they just walk up and start touching you, and it is kind of weird. But I could see I could get used to that.
You do,
and I could see how a makeup artist would not want to blow your nose for you.
Yeah, I was perfectly capable. It's like I was in a pool and my hands were right here. I could have. I just didn't think.
Yeah, she said it and reached for the tissue, and you were like, oh. Can you do?
There was a little bit of that whenever I did like Wubba in space, but for Wug with the full costume, there was less touching of me directly. It was more just adjusting the costume. I guess I had the people come over and just like rip off the helmet in the face and like put ice on me, but they didn't really care about what my face looked like because it's like it was hidden by the mask anyway, so there wasn't much touch up. So whenever we did the full day with the Wug costume, it was just like.
Well, Bob, I got a tough one for you.
Okay.
If you can identify this sound, you could get a point.
Oh, God. I want to say this is some kind of arachnid. No, I'm going to go with cow.
That is correct! It was a cow!
Hard to believe.
You get a point!
All right, Wade.
All right, here we go.
All right, well, that was a tie because I think you both made the exact same sound, and I don't know who did it better.
My first one was clearly the best.
Yeah, if Wade gets credit for his first one, doesn't that mean that I win?
I have no idea. Was that... Should we count that? That was the official... Your ability to do a Gollum-esque cow is very impressive.
Precious.
Moo, precious.
All right, Wade, are you ready for your next animal?
Yeah, man, can't wait.
Here we go. I didn't hear these before.
I can't help but feel like that's a little bit more challenging than the cow. Why does he get cow and I get Mark stubbing his toe while falling down a flight of stairs?
No, you know what that was? That was Tyler 6 minutes into a hard laugh.
Anyway, this is gonna seem like it's unfair.
Yeah, sure. I can't wait for a cat meowing, man. Let's hear it. That's just after we eat Taco Bell.
Diarrhea. That was definitely a lion's roar.
You are correct! That was a lion, which is very funny a way that you said a cat's meowing.
Skeet beetle.
I don't know anything Give me a come on. I'm ready to give a point. Who's it gonna be?
I just did one. I thought that's what call me crazy.
Oh, you're right. You did just do
Anybody, go into an impression. Man,
Mark only.
I'm ready to give a point to anybody. Anybody, not you.
The way you are with words, apparently Mark is with animal impressions. He only catches every other one.
it's like, man, nice job. Anyone want to do an impression now?
All right, Wade, but here's your, that was a bonus point. So you're welcome. And you got it. It's here. Can you do a lion?
Rawr. Do I have to do the underbelly growl?
No, that was your attempt. What are you talking about?
Yeah, well, I've definitely got this one. Hang on. Wait for it.
For those not watching, Bob has his ass to the microphone.
Well done. All right, Wade, your sound is coming up next. Open your ears.
You know this one, Wade? I know this one.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, I've got one toilet just keeps clogging and the plunger doesn't quite form the seals when you're trying to clean it out. It just keeps making that noise. I'm going to say a boar.
You know, that's a pretty good guess, but it's not correct.
That's a hippopotamus.
It's not. And if I heard this sound blind, I would think that too. Because I'm like, what the hell else could that be? You want another chance, Wade? I'll give you it.
Guess boar.
Oh, you know what? Pig.
No.
Oh, plug.
No, that's not what it is. I don't just want to torture you guys. I'm going to try to do them. It was like. It like did an inner thing.
That part of my throat doesn't exist.
Yeah. I'm gonna give the point to me because I did a better impression than both of you.
You just did gorilla, dude. You did shitty gorilla.
Well, it's better than your coughing human.
I don't think so. I tried to access the actual part of your vocal box that would do it. You're just like.
Is that your me impression? All right, I'll give you a Mark impression point. You did good. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, it may be difficult. It may be difficult. All right, hold on.
Is the whole thing one animal? Or,
Yeah, no, that's goats. That's what goats sound like. I got that one.
Is it good? Yeah. Holy shit.
I have to do an impression now. Is that right?
You could also abstain if you don't want to hurt
No,
your
it's okay.
voice or anything.
It's okay.
All right.
Oh, come on, Wade. Come on, buddy. Get there.
A pig.
Yeah!
I was really hoping you'd be like, what kind of pig?
I'm sad now.
Can you imitate it with that sick beat?
I don't know. How do you make that sound? I'm like a pig with a sinus infection.
All right, that was a good attempt. Wade.
What's up, man?
Was that your impression or were you just having a time?
Both. Oink.
It's maple syrup madness on his birthday.
And then I'm wearing one day and I thought it was clean. And then one day just tiny millions of baby spiders. And then
I don't know how many years spider eggs last, but I'm pretty sure there's an expiration date on those.
Until you touch them. The eggs are good until you touch them with something, and then they just all emerge immediately.
He's right.
Wade, has anything bad happened to your house?
You know, my birthday happened recently.
Terrible, Kurt.
What bad thing could happen to a man on his birthday?
Well, you guys remember the radon mitigation system. I've mentioned that once or twice.
And your fireplace was beeping. You ever get that fixed?
Fireplace was beeping. So here's what happened. We replaced our sump pump. We replaced a fan for the radon mitigation system. Those things are connected. And then I went outside and the dogs were outside, you know, sniffing around, going to the restroom. And they both like got to a point where they were like, oh, oh, hell yes. And they took off toward like the side of the house. And I was like, what in the fuck are they so excited about? Oh no, a dead animal, something terrible. And they ran over to like our AC unit and they were just like, oh God, I love this smell. And they were like going nuts, running around. And I was like, what in the shit is happening? And I walked over and I was like, what? Was someone eating waffles out here? Because the only thing I could smell was this really strong scent of maple syrup. Most obvious maple syrup. It could not be mistaken for anything else. It was maple syrup. And I was looking around and I was like, well, I don't see anything on the ground. There's this like gas line, I guess. There's this AC unit, I guess. There's this really powerful power cord that says like Duke Energy, which is a Cincinnati power company, on it. What could possibly be dangerous right here? I hope it's not a gas leak. Oh God, the dog's really crazy. It's a gas leak. I'm gonna blow up and die. Because earlier that day, as Bob mentioned, my fireplace was beeping whenever somebody was outside doing something. I forget what they were doing, but oh, we had like some wood like around we have a generator and the wood got damaged around the generator when someone was doing like some kind of landscaping thing on the generator itself. So we replaced like a piece of wood and the guy was over there working and I was like, you replaced the wood around the generator and he hit a gas line and now it's leaking a maple syrup smell and we're all gonna die. So the first thing I did was I immediately called like the gas company and I was like, they were like, this is after hours in case of emergency. I was like, yes, it could be. And like they were like, hey, what's going on? I was like, does gas smell like maple syrup? And they were like, I don't think so, but you know what? I'm gonna get you one of our technicians. They'll call you in a few minutes and we'll get you sorted. And while I was waiting to hear back, I was doing more research. I was like, maple syrup smell. Could be urine, could be an air conditioning coolant leak. And I was like, AC unit's right there. AC coolant leak. That's it. I'm gonna call and get someone from the AC company out here. So I called and I was like, hey, you guys know that maple syrup smell? I saw it online. I've got that. And the person was like, never heard that one before, but maybe you have an older model.
No, you can't trick me. I've got the maple syrup stink.
I sounded like a madman because I kept calling numbers. I was like, dude, maple syrup. I know it's you. I know maple syrup. I got the smell, maple syrup. So I kept calling and eventually like, the gas company, the technician called me back and he's like, it would smell like eggs or something, whatever smell he told me. Like propane has a scent, other gas has a scent. He was going through different scents of things. So, okay, probably not that. Next, the other person called me. They were like, hey, I can come out tomorrow, take a look. If it's your AC coolant, it's fine to wait for a day. I'll come take a look tomorrow. We'll see what it is. This is on April 2nd. So I'm streaming and then 9 o'clock Eastern, I end my stream. And then Molly texts me door ? And I was like, door? And I go upstairs and there's people at my front door. And I'm like, who's at my front door at 9 o'clock at night? Is it the gas company?
Maple syrup?
Is it the AC people? I open the door and Tyler is standing outside. I was like, you don't live here. And then our friends Bird and Foo are also outside next to Tyler. I was like, you guys also don't live here. You're holding something. Is that a cookie cake? They're like, surprise. It's like, what's happening? Oh, it's my birthday tomorrow. You guys are here the day before my birthday surprise. We might have a gas leak. Got their suitcases and stuff. And I was like, come on in. It's definitely safe. Nothing to worry about. So they surprised me. It was awesome. They came in. We hung out. Next day is my birthday. And we're talking about plans. Like, oh, we're going to go out and do this. I just got to wait for this technician to come out. He's going to take a look at the AC unit. Probably to replace something. But you know what? It'll be cool. Dude shows up, takes a look at the AC unit. And on my birthday, I'm describing this maple syrup smell. And the guy's like, I do smell maple syrup, actually. Like, I've never heard that. Honestly, thought you were crazy, but it smells like maple syrup. I was like, I'm not crazy. I know maple syrup. I've had it. I've eaten maple syrup before. I know the smell.
It goes on waffles. It goes on pancakes. French toast. I know about maple syrup.
So the guy's trying to convince me it's not the AC unit, and he's rubbing his hands on the pipes of the thing. And he's like, I know this is weird, but like, and I was like, oh.
For those who are just listening, Wade jutted his fingers towards camera, not said a word.
That's what happened, was the guy held his fingers toward me like took me a minute to realize an attempt to get me to sniff his fingers.
Well, he didn't want to say out loud the words, smell my fingers.
I don't like to admit it to anyone, but yes, I paid this man $60 to come to my house so I could smell his fingers on my birthday.
Oh, did you?
Yes, 3 separate times I smelled this man's fingers.
3 times? That's a little strange.
And none of the times did his fingers smell like maple syrup. They were bad. It got away from bad to worse.
The mystery thickens.
And there were only 2 pipes you rubbed on, so I swear to God, I don't know what the third one was that I smelled, but they were all bad.
I don't mean to say it, but have you thought about a Canadian ghost? Like,
I hadn't. There are a lot of Canadian ghost refugees in Ohio.
Are you is your house on a Canadian burial ground? Is this like I just gotta ask.
Yes, people do. They have their pilgrimage from Canada to Cincinnati to bury their loved ones where I live quite often. But yeah, smelled his fingers, no maple syrup, nothing good, really weird. And the guy's like, okay, well, let me check a couple other things. You have like an exhaust pipe over here from your furnace. I'm gonna go check that. Just to make sure it's not a gas leak, I've got this fun little thing that looks like a Ghostbuster tool I'm gonna rub across all your pipes. So we did that, no gas leak, but he did smell our exhaust thing from our furnace. He was like, the scent's kind of strong. I'm gonna go take a look at your furnace, make sure we're all good there. And then I guess I'll get out of here. And if the smell doesn't go away, call someone else. It's like, okay, cool. Who do I call? And he's like,
Ghostbusters.
I wish it was Ghostbusters.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. See ya.
See ya. You exit a bit that you're like, that didn't land. See ya.
Well, I was the guy. It was the guy, right? Yeah. Wade is standing there next to the repair technician, and he's like, who do I call? And the guy's like, Ghostbusters. No, I'm just kidding. I gotta go. Good luck.
I don't know, man. Just as an exit tool for a conversation I don't want to be in. That's great. See ya.
See ya. So, guy comes in the house. He looks at the furnace, and he's like, all right, it's an older furnace. So let me take a look here. To describe what happened, his eyes got wide, and he froze. Didn't say a word. Immediately reached for a valve, turned it, grabbed an orange, I think it was an orange ticket out of, I don't even know where, immediately put it around the thing and was like, you need a new furnace. I was like, what? The maple syrup? He's like, no maple syrup.
Maple syrup?
He's like, I don't know what made the maple syrup noise, but like your heat exchange is, you need a new furnace. Oh no, can you just do that real quick? I don't know if you guys remember this, but a year and a half ago, old house, guess what? Had to replace the furnace in the AC unit.
I do remember that.
Yeah, so the guy's like, you need a new furnace. And like, your AC unit, it's newer. But some parts were soldered and welded that aren't supposed to be. It's not really a great brand. And in all honesty, I was gonna just tell you that you might want to look into replacing it at some point before it goes bad, because it was installed really poorly. And I was like, oh, so if you're gonna do the furnace, you could do a bundle where you do the furnace and AC unit. And I was like, dude, I just did this like a year ago. Don't do this to me, man. Not you. Not like this, please. Maple syrup. I called you about maple syrup. Don't tell me the furnace.
Maple syrup. Maple syrup.
We can have some guys come out tomorrow. I'll have another guy come out today. He'll go over pricing and stuff with you. No, I don't want to do it. Ultimately had to wait. Meanwhile, Tyler, Bird Foo, they're chilling. They're like, oh man, we can go downtown to Cincinnati. We can go to the zoo. Maybe we can call it Bob Mandy. We can hang out, have some fun friend times. I was like, hey, guess what? I got another technician coming in like an hour. I'm stuck. But tomorrow we'll do some fun stuff. Guy comes out an hour later, gives me pricing. I agree, whatever. Yeah, technician will be out tomorrow around like 7 a.m. to start working on your furnace. 7 a.m. tomorrow. You mean all my friends are here? How long will it take? A couple hours? Yeah, about 8 to 10 hours. 10 hours. All my friends are here for the surprise birthday party. Okay. So next day we're here. They install the furnace. They install the AC unit. It takes all fucking day. Surprise party turned into like, hey, maple syrup, smell my fingers, pay 16 grand for another furnace and AC unit. Happy birthday. All right, we got to go to the airport. See you, Wade. Guys, what about hangout? No, we're leaving. Wait.
Maple syrup.
Ah, man, it's such a shame, because what should have happened is they should have all chipped in, got you a new furnace, and installed them themselves. Yeah,
all they brought me was a cake and some plane tickets to fly to see me, those cheap bastards.
I swear to God, they must have been chucking maple syrup bottles into your chimney, and it went down into your furnace.
But that was before they were even in town. Here's the kicker. Do you know what the cake said that they brought me that I looked at?
Sorry about the maple syrup. Happy Bert ran out of letters.
Close. Mark, you have a guess?
No.
We have an inside joke from when we went to Disney a year and a half ago. And as sports fans, Bird's a fan of the 49ers. I'm a fan of the Bengals.
So you're the fan of the worst team.
Come on, man.
A
year and a half ago, the 49ers and Bengals were both in the AFC Championship game, and the 49ers had 0 quarterbacks. Their quarterback broke both of his arms. Their other quarterback had a concussion. They were to the point where they had a quarterback who could not throw. All he could do was hand the ball off. They lost. The joke phrase of the day became, can this day get any worse? Later that night, the Bengals lost to the Chiefs after one of the Bengals players tackled Patrick Mahomes 3 miles out of bounds. And we said, can this day get any worse? So they brought me a cookie cake that jokingly said, can this day get any worse? And then my furnace and AC unit broke. It got worse.
So what smelled like maple syrup?
Yeah, what was the maple syrup about?
Never solved the mystery of the maple syrup.
Did it go away?
I didn't. So I've gone out and I've smelled a couple times. I don't smell it anymore. So my best guesses are it was in fact the AC unit, or it was some animal's urine, because apparently some animal can have something going on where their urine can have like a maple syrupy smell.
Canadians.
But the weird thing is the smell seemed like it was higher up on like some bushes. It was like middle up on these bushes. So it wasn't like, it had to have been like
It was Chica.
Chica shat on Mark's Vision Pro, then came and pissed on my bushes.
She's learning how to defecate higher.
Mark, go smell your Vision Pro. Does it smell like maple syrup?
Did you taste the poop? Are you sure it's not maple syrup?
No. Yeah. I got hosed on the Eclipse.
Ooh, I saw the eclipse. It was very.
I wore a shirt with buttons just for Bob for this episode, and I thought I looked very snazzy. It's got long
A
sleeves.
long sleeve Henley.
I'm wearing another plain black t-shirt, but it's not
Excellent.
cloak this time, but I didn't bring a lot of clothes over here to Texas, so I don't really have a diverse wardrobe, and I don't really...
So what, you're just wearing the same clothes on set every day? Silly.
In a wild twist, my shirt is red and black. Everyone
Okay.
here's colors except for mine.
Now all the people listening audio only now know what we're wearing, and that I know was very, very, very important for people back home.
Gray shorts!
Oh God, it was thigh.
All I
That was just thigh. Gray thigh.
All right, I've removed my glasses and am wiping them with a microfiber towel.
The detail.
Yes, this is what the people are here for.
I almost picked up, for some reason, I have like my checkbook down here, and I almost was like, here's my checkbook, but that would have been a really dumb thing.
Everything! That's what does
Not
it!
me. I'm not getting off on it, so I'm scrubbing beforehand.
Well, you're not supposed to get off on your dishwasher, but it's like,
Okay, kink shame.
yes, I'll shame people about getting off on dishwashers. That's weird.
Wow. Old.
You're weird!
Old episode today.
I'm making a stance here. I am against human dishwasher relations.
Welcome to Kink Shamers Podcast, where we shame your kinks.
Who out there has a kink about dishwashers?
An anamorphic, that's not the word, anesthesiologist dishwasher that has human feet and boobs and stuff.
I'm sure, Rule 34 applies and there is that, but I don't want to see it, and I don't want to know anybody that's looking for it.
You just asked. Last question. Who out there has a kink?
You didn't know that his follow-up, once a couple people raised their hands, he was going to be like, and leave! Have you guys seen the Vine of this? There was a kind of very popular Vine that's basically this premise. It's a Vine, so it's 6 seconds, right? But the setup is the guy's like, okay, Jeremy, you could push this button and you'll get $1 million, but 1 million people were dying. And then smash cut to the guy just being like, and then the guy's like, wait, Jeremy!
All right. Who's Tails?
Me am Tails.
Okay.
Does that mean I win?
Wade, can you please leave the room?
Like, actually leave?
Just leave the room.
I mean, it would probably be adequate to just take your headphones off. Can he not see?
He can't see.
How will I know when to return?
Just set a timer for 3 minutes.
Or am I just out this whole episode?
No.
Is this
Just
you
step
two now?
out. Get out of here. And Bob's the winner.
I guess text me when I'm wanted.
All right, we'll text you.
text him,
We'll
okay.
text you. Okay, we'll text you. Get out. Get out.
Bye, Wade.
Turn down your speakers. Make sure you can't see or hear anything.
I think he wears I think his headphones are probably fine. I think.
Okay. All right,
He's
that's
standing literally just out of frame, just like.
Just like, all right. Okay, so Bob, I'm gonna fuck with Wade. I am pretending to give you a secret objective that you are going to try to accomplish.
Okay.
But you don't have a secret objective at all. I'm gonna make Wade think that you have a secret objective, and you are going to be very coy.
Sure.
Ask him weirdly pointed questions in strange directions, or answer any question he has extremely evasively, and try to get him to do whatever the hell without ever actually landing on something throughout this game. And then I'm going to pull him in next and tell him that you are the spy and you are trying to get him to do something, or you're going to try to complete a secret objective. All you have to do this entire game is just be coy and never stick to the same thing whenever you're answering.
Okay.
So you just dick around and you just do whatever you want to do. And then at the end of the game, I'm gonna tell him that.
Do I
Wade
just
has-
win this automatically or something? Who wins and who loses at the end?
Literally, I was like, whoever gets this coin flip is probably going to win. I don't even have a way to get the million point system.
Okay. I'm on board.
Yeah. So you just fuck around and make Wade super paranoid about absolutely everything.
Okay. Yeah.
And now we can text him and tell him to come back in.
I gotta say, my headphones, I don't think leak all that much, but there was one time in the other room where I heard like Bob laugh one time.
We were just having a good time. It may or may not have been related to the conversation.
Yeah, it's all right. It's okay, Bob. Now please leave the room.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay, that's outside for me. Just so you know,
Is that surprising after what I just went through?
this is one room in my backyard, so I'm just gonna go stand outside where it's cold and rainy right now. So take your time. That's fine with. I'll bring my phone. That's fine with me. But I'm just letting you know it's cold and drizzly out. Okay, so I'll be back.
Well, you should have thought about that before Mark hosted.
I know, right? I know, right? Okay.
Did I win? Did I lose?
This is sunlight coming in because I opened the door.
I thought you said it was cold and
Guess
rainy.
it's not that rainy.
Yeah. Complain about nothing. All right. So Wade, you are the detective. I just gave Bob a secret objective that he's trying to complete before the end of the game. Your objective is to figure out what he's trying to do or what he's trying to get you to say. I won't say specifically what it is before the end of the game without letting him complete it. So as we progress through the game, you can ask him any questions. You can steer the conversation towards or away from what you think he's trying to evade. But be careful because, like I said, he might be trying to get you to say something, and there's a certain number of points attached to that. So if you can figure out getting what he's supposed to say before the end of the game without saying it and figure out what his objective is, then you win.
Okay, so figure out what his objective is.
Yeah. You can ask him whatever you want. You can steer the conversation towards and away from it. But just be aware, you might be leaning into it.
Okay, it's a very dangerous game. Do you want to tell me what it was? You can just tell me right now.
I'm not going to tell you what it is.
You could.
I could, but I won't.
I do have to ask why both of you, when it came time for the other person to return, your text message was just come.
What? Straight to the point.
Seemed like the easiest.
Return. You can come back now. Just come.
For $1 million, would you, for 5 years, only wear shirts, sweaters, and jackets that are 3 sizes too small?
Oh, too small.
Too small.
5 years?
5 years.
Too small.
Too small, yes.
Did you say specifically 3 sizes too small?
3 sizes too small.
Well, so just realistically, if I'm wearing something that's that small, I'm a big person. It's not like it's just really tight on me. It's like I'm fat, right? I'm squishy. I would bust out of something that's that small unless it was incredibly tough material. And am I obliged to immediately put another shirt back on, or can I just put one on in the morning and bust out of it and then just go shirtless for a while?
I mean, I guess, yeah, there's really no stipulation that says anything otherwise. You could Hulk out of your shirts and sweaters.
And like, I'm not saying I would like rip it off intentionally. Like I put it on and I'm just like, and eventually it would give out for $1 million for 5 years.
5 years is a long time.
Does that mean if I'm wearing an XL size shirt, typically if we're talking t-shirts, I have to wear a small, medium, large, extra large, so
medium,
3
small.
down?
Oh my God, yeah, you in a small.
I mean, that would mean me, the size I am, a big, enormous person, would have to wear, I'm assuming the size that you wear, Mark? Do you wear mediums or larges?
I wear mediums usually. Like sometimes it's a large, but
So I would have to wear a large. But still, like, that would be like a big shirt on you. I would have to wear. I mean, $1 million is $1 million. I just not, go places where I couldn't look like that, I guess. I'd have to start shopping at Walmart or something. I don't know. Where's it acceptable to not wear a shirt? I can eat dinner at Applebee's and I can shop at Walmart. Is that the deal?
Yeah, something like that.
Pornhub and the beach?
Pornhub and the beach? What does that have to do with anything?
Places you can be shirtless.
Okay. All right.
I feel like there's a longer. I'm not saying places you would be shirtless if you are a normal person, but places you could get away with being shirtless. I don't know. I would do it. It would be really miserable, but I think I would do that.
Okay. All right. Wade, what would you do?
$1 million is a lot of money, but a small shirt.
Are you sure it's small, Wade?
I think it would be for me, right? If I normally wear an XL, 1 size down would be large, 2 sizes down would be medium, 3 sizes down would be small, right?
Is there a size smaller than small? What's the size smaller than
Extra small, double extra small.
I was asking Wade.
Okay. Excuse you?
I mean, thank you, but also I was just
I
curious.
don't know if that matters because 3 would just be small.
Okay. Well, just what if it was 4? You know what? It's not important. I was asking Wade, okay, Mark, for future reference.
Yeah, way to go after the judge. I feel like that should mean something, but
You'd think that, but apparently it doesn't.
$1 million is a lot of money.
What if there was more money if you wore a smaller size? Like what size?
Man, I don't know if I'm going for small. I don't know if I'm going beyond.
But it could be more. It could be double the money for only that next smaller size.
Either it's like you where I'm busting out and shirtless, or it's so tight that I'm actually just going to die. So I guess I'm either dying for this money or busting out of it.
How'd you die? What is this shirt made of? Well, just like gain a bunch of weight before it starts and then go on a diet. That's the way to do it. Get up to like a 5XL and then accept it and then start losing weight.
Man, if you had said that before I judged it, I would have actually given you the point. That is a great way. I'm totally down for circumventional things like that. I want the wisdom of it all. You get $1 million, but for the rest of your life, your dick glows all the time at the level of a 250-watt bulb.
How bright is 250 watts?
You would need sunglasses stronger than the light behind me by like 5 times.
But I get some blackout curtain underwear, and I'm covered.
Just a man skirt. It's like a lamp, like beneath you, always illuminating the ground.
I have a full lampshade. Dude, you would never need a flashlight. I'm taking the $1 million in the glowing dick.
It's only
And so if we're assuming it's a magical glowing dick where it doesn't generate heat and you don't have to worry about that, I could see taking that. That doesn't seem too hard to deal with.
I think occasionally you would just have a release. So you would just like, hang on a second, and then like a flame would shoot out, and it'd be like, okay, we're cool, we're good. You just occasionally have to let that heat like build up, and it's like, all right, we're good for a little bit again. You're looking for a date at the bar, and you're like, do you want to be a hero? Do you want to save a dick? What? And like they suck on an ice cube, and they go and they water cool, and it's like, now you saved my dick, and you get a blowjob out of it.
How often do you think that's gonna work? Do you want to be a hero?
Well, at least once, or else I'm probably dead.
God, man, has anyone even without a glowing dick said that to him? You want to be a hero? You want to save a dick?
There's got to be some kind of science for it to even be doable in the first place.
This is beyond science. Your dick glows with the power of a light bulb.
Okay, well, I will cast a cooling spell. This is beyond science. We're into the magical.
You get $1 million, but for the rest of your life, every time you climax, nothing comes out until an hour later.
Oh, easy. Money.
All right, that's easy. Wade, what are you thinking?
Are you just going to copy my answer, Wade?
Yes. I mean, you're like, oh, the only complication's an hour later. It's like, that's not a complication. That means you get back to it an hour later and you know baby's coming.
But then you got another hour.
Yeah, you don't get to, that's the thing.
Well, then after that hour, you got a mess and, ooh, you get ye old sock. Press the button on your phone for 55 minutes and you're like, all right, we're getting close. Put on ye old sock and it's like, oh, there we go, done.
Ew.
Ew, yes. I actually wouldn't have taken this deal, weirdly enough. You guys were...
Do you hate money?
It's like money, yes, but I feel like it's an incredibly inconvenient thing because I kept thinking about like,
That's
okay,
the least inconvenient thing.
well, I was just thinking like, what if like an hour after, then you have to like, oh shit, I'm late for that funeral I gotta go to, and then all of a sudden you're giving your eulogy speech and just, oh no, and then
you should have prepared better. That's your own fault. That's bad planning. Why are you having a quickie an hour before you're giving a eulogy?
You felt the need to either have sex or masturbate an hour before a funeral, and then at the funeral you're like, oh no, the consequences of my actions.
I can't believe they're dead. I've got to give a eulogy in an hour. I need to get ready. But do you want to fuck?
That seems like poor decision making. That does. I'm surprised. I have to agree with Wade. That seems like it's on you.
See, he's agreeing with me. Where's my point?
Okay, interesting. He's agreeing with you. All right, Wade. You get $1 million, but every year on your birthday, the moment you turn whatever that age is, you get warped back in time and you have to watch your parents conceive you from a different angle every year.
Now listen, I love money, but I don't know if I was a quickie or a long, drawn-out, full romance porno. And I already don't like getting older on my birthday, man. I don't know if I could say no. You know, I don't want the money that bad.
All right, okay. We finally found Wade's limit.
What a baby.
I don't need to. There's no one I want to watch. Like, dinner time. Wait. Oh, it's happening again, everyone. Just wait.
It's a repeat. It's cyclical, right? So you would come to understand what time this happens, and you'd be able to prepare for it.
Oh, you're assuming we're all good at planning. We learned from Mark. There's none of that. Like, what if I've got to go do a eulogy that day, and right in the middle of the eulogy, I'm watching my parents boning?
I am not a wimp like Wade, and I understand that people have to make love to make a baby. And as much as I have never like walked in on my parents or had anything like that happen, so I'm not 100% sure how I'd react. For $1 million, bring it on. Bring it on. I could. You didn't say I couldn't gouge my eyes out if it was too much. Cause them a little anguish, but that's nothing that you can't get over by just being an adult.
So as I get older, my mom and my dad have passed on, and it's like I can almost see their faces. Then my birthday comes around, it's like, oh god, I can see all of like that's not the memory I want to like have the most vivid.
That is an excellent point. You get to reconnect with your parents every year on your birthday, no matter what happens.
All right, Wade, can you please step out of the room?
I guess again.
I'll text you. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll text you. Don't worry.
Do you think he brought his phone?
Did you bring your phone, Wade? All right, okay. All right, so how you doing, man?
I feel like I'm not doing a great job of making him paranoid. I feel like he feels like he's really dominating so far.
No, he's paranoid. I believe it. So I'm just gonna we're just gonna check in on you, and this is like, don't worry, because this your secret objective is just to make it to the end of the game, and you win, and that's it.
Who's actually winning the game? Wade's winning the game.
Wade's winning, but it doesn't matter.
I just feel like I'm letting you down, you know? Like
No, you're not letting me down. You're not letting anybody down. You're doing so great.
I'm gonna try and really ramp it up in the back half. I'm gonna try and.
Yeah, do you want me to pull him aside and saying like, okay, you have a new secret? Do you want me to give you an actual list of things to try to get him to say, and then I'll give him like the same list or something and be like,
what if you pull him aside and give him an actual list of things to get me to say? Super easy, and I will fall right into them, and so he's trying to do it, and I'm just like, oh yeah, and I do it right away, and so in his mind he's like, oh my god, I'm kicking his ass, because he feels like he caught on to me maybe, but then he's like getting me to do it.
Okay, let me just pull up. Basically, I'm going to do a list of random words,
like the most commonly said words or something. Like,
yeah, exactly, and I'm just going to do 5. I'm generating them. Okay.
Do you want to tell them to me so I know that they are just...
Yeah, exactly. Okay. You want to write them down?
Yes. Go for it.
Okay, so you got garbage.
Okay.
Memorial.
Okay.
Prejudice.
Okay.
Linear.
Okay.
Adoption.
All right.
All right, and I'm just going to tell him these are your words. These are his words. Should I tell him like how many, like if he hit 2 of 5?
No, hint that I got that he sort of was on to me or something, but not. Don't give him any specifics.
I won't give him any specifics. Okay, all right. Let's tell him to come back in.
That was a particularly long one.
Hello, Bob. Now leave the room.
Oh.
Come on, it can't be a surprise at this point. It can't be a surprise.
I get it. Okay. It's outside again. I just want to say that it's out.
It looked awfully sunny last time.
Yeah, well, it can rain and be sunny.
Don't forget your... Okay, this guy's fine. All right, Wade. Now, you are now the spy. I need you to write down these words.
Okay. Did I just lose before? Because I think I had it figured out, but I was just waiting on the right moment to announce what I thought was
just
happening.
hold on to it until the end of the game. But Now your objective is to get Bob to say these words. First one is garbage. Got it? Memorial, prejudice, linear, and adoption. So try to get him to say those things without him knowing what you are trying to get him to say.
Okay, well, this kind of takes away the gist of the first half, because that's what I was putting together was...
Yes, I was trying to be as vague as possible without spelling out that you were trying to get... I mean, you got the gist of it, but just try to get him to say those 5 words, as many as you can, and then by the end of the game.
Does it matter when he gets to say these?
Anytime. Anytime. The time limit is like until the end of the game. Okay, cool. All right, let's get him back in. Okay. We're all back and we're all so happy. You get $1 million, but you give birth once a month to a miniature version of yourself, and it goes through its full life cycle in 2 days and then dies
Oh my god.
for the rest of your life.
How often?
Every month.
Every month.
How long is the birth?
That's true. It might be like a fully grown adult by the time it's fully out.
I mean, it says, yeah, full life. Let's say it starts its life cycle when it's born and out of you, and then in 2 days it grows up and dies.
And I give birth to it?
Yeah, you give birth to it.
Oh, okay.
No. I'm not dealing with like.
What do you do with it when it dies? What do you just have a whole
You
cemetery
have a
of
lot of
you?
holes in the backyard.
Like, gee, that's I don't want that. I want to get rid of it. How do you?
It's a prestige situation where you got like row after row of drowned versions of yours.
I mean, the garbage man could definitely still see it.
It's going to raise a lot of questions. So, Wade, you're hard
Or
no
you
on
have
that
a
one?
big yard and a really good shovel. Or a free meal.
Are you obligated to have funerals every month? Are you? Is this?
Are you gonna have like one of those services every time? Like everyone has to get together to remember
Are you googly?
baby.
Just to make sure you don't ejaculate at you googly accidentally. You didn't plan right.
No sex an hour before I lose each of my fully grown me's every month.
A lot of compounding rules. Anyway, hard no from you, Wade. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I don't want to deal with me, much less young, old, regular me for 2 days. What do I feed you? By the time I finish dinner, you're going to be either on adult food or back to fucking mashed potatoes because you don't have any teeth. Like, no, I'm not dealing with you with that. 2 of my days every month, I got to deal. No, that's too many days. You could put each baby up for adoption. Every month you have a baby. Can you sell a baby? You could have a lot of money. And it's like no return policy. No takes backsies.
A day later, when it's a dead miniature adult homunculus.
Oh, so sorry. Not my problem. No takes backsies.
I didn't say I wasn't magic. No.
So wait, would you say yes if you had to adopt a you every month for 2 days? If you didn't have to give birth yourself?
Adoption is not an option.
Not an ejaculation. I said sneeze, not ejaculation.
Well, if you have time to prepare for it.
I'm just looking forward now to the day where we're all traveling somewhere, or we're visiting or whatever, and from the other room you hear Mark like, "Oh, honey, it's happening." Is that what you think it's like, Mark? Is that how you are?
I don't know how Wade does it.
Give me the post-hour comm every time compared to this shit.
Amazing superpower. I feel like you could win a lot of fights this way.
Blood man with the power to bleed. Paper cut, paper cut, paper cut, paper cut, paper cut.
Okay, I gotta be honest. I need to run to the bathroom really quickly.
Do your thing.
All right. Wait, you can't say the word when you're trying to get him to...
Mention that.
How? That should have been obvious.
That wasn't an established rule.
What the fuck?
What an established rule.
What do you mean?
I'm milking it, man. I've got 3 garbages, a memorial, and adoption. I'm doing great.
Yeah, but Bob did say garbage without you even prompting it, which was amazing. But then you were just like, what about adoption? Have you ever considered adoption?
I thought it was weird that you didn't establish a rule where I couldn't say it.
I thought it would have been obvious.
This is distractible, my friend. Nothing is obvious.
I'm going to give you a new word because I can't count that one.
What about memorial? He said memorial without me prompting it.
No, he didn't.
I'd said it before, but he brought it back up like 3 or 4 sentences later.
No, I don't remember him saying it.
Watch the tape.
Well, either way, if you said it first, it doesn't count. I'm going to give you a new word. It's governor. You have to get him. I'm not going to count the memorial because I didn't hear him say it and you were prompting it anyway.
How many garbages do I get?
You did 1.
Boo.
What do you mean?
Do I get a new word for memorial too then if memorial doesn't count?
No, you can get him to say memorial again. I didn't hear him say it.
He did, but it was a while after I'd said it.
All right, I'll give you a new word for that.
This bullshit, I protest.
It should be so obvious that you can't say it.
I was willing to win at any cost. God, I would be cheap and devious. Of course I would.
You're lucky I'm even giving you a chance.
You're lucky I'm not just taking the win. I earned it. I should sue. You should have put it in your terms and service.
I could just say like you failed on those. I could say you failed on those.
And I could protest. I have the whole audience behind me. They know what was said and what wasn't.
Oh my god. All right, I'm removing memorial. I'm removing adoption.
Ooh. I keep my 2 points in my head. He said garbage 3 times.
Yeah, and it still only counts as 1. Each of these only counts as 1. You can't say it when he's saying it. And your new words are governor and decisive. So you have prejudice, linear, governor, and decisive, and you can.
I had one. I had another one. Wait, where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Hold on.
Where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did it come from? Cotton Eye Joe.
All right. So I'm tallying up the score. You both started with 5 points, so that was very proud of both of you. Wade, you lost. You gained and lost a point immediately.
Every rule is so fucking arbitrary.
All right.
And it's always against me.
All right, Bob, you had 5 to start with, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11 points. Wade, you had 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points. You had 12
What, really?
points, yes.
I sided with him like 90% of those.
However, as both of you know now, there was another secret game going on in between this particular game. So, Wade, I'm going to ask you first. What was Bob trying to get you to say?
So I didn't know I had to pay attention to the specific words, but I do know, I believe in the first round he was trying to get me to say extra. And in the second round, I think he was trying to get me to say briefs. I didn't follow the words after that, though I know I said the word planning probably when I shouldn't have said planning.
Mm-hmm. You said 2.
You didn't pick up on the cheese one either?
I thought, so I actually did, but I thought you were trying to get me to say a specific type of cheese. I didn't know you were trying to get me to say cheese in general.
Yeah, I was trying to get you to say blue cheese.
So you did say 2, but Bob, what was Wade trying to get you to say?
I honestly didn't think to pay close attention to the specific words. I feel like he was trying to get me to say at one point, what was it? It was trash.
It was garbage, and you said it on your own without anyone prompting. It was actually very convenient for Wade. However, then I had to pull Wade aside when you had to take a bathroom break.
Then the rules changed.
The rules didn't change. Wade was like, he was saying one of the other words. Well, actually, okay, give me a list.
Memorial and adoption.
Yeah, I guess I removed them anyway, so it doesn't matter. He was going like, what do you think about adoption, Bob? Do you think adoption's an option? And I'm like, isn't it obvious that you can't say the word?
If cheese was a word, Bob said cheese a whole bunch too.
No, well, the word was blue. I was trying to get you to say blue
exactly.
cheese. I was just prompting you with like, oh, what's that cheese? What's that kind of cheese?
I was never told we couldn't say the word. It was just to make you say the word.
Oh, I think Mark's probably right about that one.
Of course you agree. It benefits you highly. Though you could change my answer arbitrarily and whatever the other rules were that we established at the end.
Either way, I counted like you got Bob with 3.
He said linear. I think he said memorial unprompted. And he said garbage.
Right, he sure did. And Wade, what was Bob's secret objective?
This last round?
What was Bob's secret objective the whole game?
Oh, I thought it was just each round he had one to get me to say a specific word.
Might it have been that was a red herring?
Yes, highly possible. I had to leave the room for like 10 minutes. So, yeah.
Is it possible I have the exact list of words that you were supposed to try to get me to say in front of me to make sure I didn't forget them?
Maybe, sure.
I tossed a coin at the beginning of this game, and that decided who the winner was. Bob wins by coin toss from the very beginning of the game.
So congratulations, Bob! Even though you couldn't agree with me to save your life, you win this game!
I am never declaring Mark a winner of an episode ever again, audience.
I saw a new funny AI thing. I think we should talk about AI a lot. We've been doing that lately. And I saw a thing this week that made me chuckle. A lawyer apparently used AI to draft like a motion or a brief for court, basically draft a document they submitted to court. I get that. I don't actually think that's a terrible idea, but apparently the AI, I think it's ChatGPT, but it's some text generative AI. Apparently it just made up court cases. And, and literally the AI was like, oh, well, in Johnson versus Wyoming, the court found that you can murder your niece if she steals your Game Boy. And so that's a great, apparently it literally made up cases and was also like, and I don't know if the person asked or if someone else did this as like a test, but some other lawyer did that. And then when pressed, the lawyer was like, wait, is that a real case? I don't know that case. The AI was like, oh yeah. You can find this case in many reputable legal journals. And also it's published. I don't know that case. The AI was like, oh yeah. You can find this case in many reputable legal journals, and also it's published by the court. You could totally find it. It's totally out there. Dude. Don't worry about it. If you think lawyers are smart people, let me just tell you, I could have been a lawyer. So there's a warning for you right there. But also, lawyers don't understand how AI works and didn't think to check and make sure that the cases their AI cited were real before they submitted it to a real court.
I just imagine the other sides like frantically while this is being presented, they're like searching, they're like, Johnson v. Wyoming? Like, I think your niece is okay?
I mean, even the judge's probably going to be like, well, I never heard of them, but it must be law clang.
Oh my God. That would be the best. The lower court, the judge is like, wow, what an interesting precedent. Well, continue. It gets all the way to an appeal, and the appeals court judge is like, what the fuck is happening now?
I get paranoid about that thing falling over and chopping my head off as I'm walking in the room.
Doesn't it have like a sheath on it or something?
It does, but also the sheath says, do not grab this sheath ever because it's so sharp it might cut through. And I'm like,
that seems like a very ineffective sheath. You might as well just have a wax paper envelope that you put over the blade. It's like, all right, it's safe now.
Well, we got other stuff to talk about today, and it's about to get weird in here.
Weirder?
Honestly, would have made more sense if it hadn't already gotten weird, but probably equally, maybe a little bit more weird. I guess it depends what y'all can think up.
How dare you?
So you're saying if you're ever arrested in connection to a crime, the cop just has to sit you down in a room and be like, I hear that you let other people make the thumbnails on your YouTube videos, and you'll just launch off. You'd be like, I robbed the bank and I killed the guard on the way out. It wasn't my cohorts, it was me. But I have never. Maybe I'm desensitized by everything. Can I just say that aside from having a partially translucent head or whatever, this fish doesn't seem that weird to me. Like there are a lot of sea creatures that exist that are translucent where you can see their inner parts, and like that's the whole nature of like jellyfish is you could gotta see through them, and you can see they don't have a lot of complicated organs in there the way that this guy seems to, whatever is going on.
Yeah, whatever the brain eyeballs are.
What about this one?
A tardigrade.
You think a tardigrade is weird?
That is weird. It's got little tentacly feet. This thing is like less than 1/10 of an inch. They're tiny.
Yeah, they're tiny.
They can survive extreme pressures, high and low. They can survive extreme temperatures, high and low. They can survive air deprivation, radiation, dehydration, and starvation. They've even been exposed to outer space and survived. They're weird. They're crazy.
Some tardigrades can be fully dehydrated to the point where they're no longer technically alive, and then you just put some water on them, and they're all, oh, I'm back.
I feel like we take that for granted. It's so weird.
It's cool.
I mean, I don't take it for granted. I just don't think it's weird. I think it's awesome. Tardigrades are cool as shit.
And have you ever seen a video of them? They're called water bears for a reason, because those are not tentacles. Those are claws. They literally have claws. They're like tiny little bears.
Oh, they're so weird. Like, imagine one of those like dog size. You see that walking around, your nightmare fuel, man.
Well, they're not dog sized.
It would look like a bear. Watch a video of them move. They are very much like little bears.
Bears don't have back wrinkles, do they?
Yeah, have you ever seen a shaved bear?
No,
That's
mine
true.
have always had fur. I've never seen.
Dude, get out. Get outside, man. What's wrong with you? This is just nature. You think this is the weird episode? This is just like the, ooh, cool, interesting animal episode. I want to see some weird.
We're gonna find out. I've seen some things I don't want to see. What is this? Oh, I see one. Oh, it's weird.
How weird is it? Come on, let's.
All right, show it.
All we're discovering today is that Wade has a really low tolerance for weird things.
You know, this is your thing, not mine. You guys get to share some weird. You tell me what's weird. If none of my stuff's weird enough for you, find me and show me the weird.
Does it have to be animals?
No, animals is what inspired my thought process, but anything you think that's just like weird.
I'm gonna show you the weirdest shit you've ever seen, right? Okay, so look at this shit, right? It doesn't make any sense to me. What could this have evolved from?
Ah, it's the plate of Theseus. You can remove one thing from the top, replace it. Is it still the same plate of food?
Why are we looking at calzones, Mark?
I know. See, that's the thing. You would think it was a calzone. I thought it was a calzone, or maybe like a taco, but it's a cannoli. So cannolis, they actually originate from Italy, Italy, right? Which is a mythical continent that was invented years and years ago by a group of people known as Romans, right? Okay. So when they were...
I just want to remove 1,000 points from you.
Isn't this weird? All right, wait, no, hang on. I got you.
Cannolis are weird. I mean, you're not wrong. There's some weird foods.
I got a weird thing. It's just something that, like, I don't know. It just blows my mind every time I see it. So this is what is called like flying reindeer, right? And it doesn't make any sense because I've never seen a reindeer that flies. Isn't that weird, Wade?
Yeah,
God, that's
really
so
weird,
strange. Wait, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, apparently these are like 8 or 12 reindeer that fly all around the world, but in one day, it just doesn't make any sense. So it's just super weird, right?
This is like when you give a kid the math equation of like, Sarah has 10 apples. Now she has 5 oranges too. How many fruits does she have? And your answer is like, too many for her to carry home without a basket.
No, man, it's so weird. Like, how is it so weird?
A flying reindeer. That's almost as weird as a plate of cannolis. That's pretty weird.
Almost as weird as a cute tardigrade. Almost as weird as an adorable water bear. One of the most fascinating, cool creatures.
They're weird. They can survive in outer space. They can survive high and low temperatures. The things they can survive is weird. It's cool, but weird.
They're fascinating, and we might be able to learn valuable scientific insights from them.
Just like you might be able to learn valuable scientific insights from these flying reindeer. Think of how much fuel we could save.
Well, how much does a reindeer eat? And they poop and fart a lot, so that can't be good for greenhouse gas emissions.
That can't be good. Yeah, they are spreading it around pretty good.
Where'd you get this image, Mark? Is this one of your thumbnails?
I don't know. I think it's from like a trail cam. In the sky. I think it's from the sky trail.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure it is.
All right, but wait, I'm about to blow your gob right off of your
Okay, I've
dick.
got my bar set, so yeah, man, can you cross it?
all right.
Let's find out.
So I did a lot of research into this one.
Sure you did.
And it's just like, look, you're gonna shit your own balls out of your ass when you see how weird these aliens
Oh my god, not again!
You're gonna... Here we go. Just buckle up. Don't tell me I didn't warn you.
You just casually drop that line.
Boom! All right, we got the 72 weirdest animals on Earth. All right.
Did you just Google weird animals and click the link?
What? What do you expect me to do? Look, you got the eye. Look at that with its weird, what are these, tentacles? Ah, fucking...
Two eyes, hence its name.
Oh,
Eye.
God, avert your eyes, children. We got the axolotl, which is also known as the Mexican walking fish.
You know, I was Googling some of these animals and this same link popped up. But go ahead.
Look at this guy. This is red face. He's drinking a bit much.
He just needs some sunscreen.
Yeah. Oh, man. Is that a pig? Oh, that's not right. It's... Whoa!
Hey, that's the Wikipedia image I found.
You know this. You know this.
They use the
list is
same
good.
one here. But they call it the barrel eye fish there?
Yeah, it's the barrel eye fish.
Wade doesn't even know what it's called.
So, for those who aren't watching, I'll give an apt description of this fish. It is a fish that looks like a fish, except where its head is.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. If they're not watching, what the hell?
That's weird, right? That's weird.
That
People
is
wouldn't be
weird. That's really
watching.
weird.
So it's got a face. Number one, I think the weirder part is not so much this transparent dome. I think it's the fact that it has a face with two eyes like up front and a sad, dour expression and pursed lips. I think we glossed over that because of this going on up here. But in all honesty, if you just look at the fish from here on out, right at the front, that is weird.
It kind of looks like a concerned ant.
It's got a fish face. I feel like a lot of fish look like that.
That's not what a fish looks like.
That pouty, like, boom.
That's a very human-esque expression and face on a fish. I think that's the
It's like
weird
if
part.
your aunt was a dolphin and she was like concerned about something you'd done and was sitting you down for a talk.
All right. Well, you better buckle up for the next one because your nipples are going to erode away like the glaciers when you see this thing. Look at that. It's a bat-eared fox. It's a fox creature with big... Look how big its weird ears are.
Mm-hmm. Big ears.
Get ready, because your brain's gonna liquefy and shoot out of your pores like scrambled eggs. Whoosh! Look at this thing. It's got a blue tongue.
We skipped right over.
Look at this. It's a skink with a blue tongue.
No, you know, I gotta say, I've always thought that a skink, I knew that was an animal.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a skunk mixed with a sink for some reason.
Oh, no.
And I'm really disappointed in what it actually looks like.
Like a black and white striped sink.
Yeah, like a furry sink that really smells bad.
And when you turn on the faucet, a blue tongue comes out instead of water and just like licks your hands. And then...
All right, get ready for the next one, but hold your breath, but be careful. Your lungs might...
Oh, man. How many... Are we going through all 72 before Bob gets a turn again? I can't wait.
Your lungs might erupt like Vesuvius out of your nose. Here we go. Boom! It's a bobbit worm!
Whoa. I mean, that is kind of weird.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Up to 3 meters in length. Is that what it says, or millimeters?
Meters.
That's big, right?
That is big. It's a worm. It's got like an iridescent, pearlescent pattern on it. It's got spikes all up and down and a weird flat, but...
Are those legs or are those like just furs?
I think it's legs, but I don't know.
Can worms have legs? Or was that like make them not worms anymore?
I don't know.
Get ready for the next one. Your bones are gonna fragment like glass in a paint mixer. Shoo-pow! It's a capybara!
Wow, the capybaras.
Do you guys know that song? Capybara, 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 capybara. Ooh, capybara, capybara, capybara. No, the capybara song.
So there's one other word other than capybara, and it's ooh.
Oh my god, in this image, you can see a red tongue skink down here in the bottom left. You see that? Man, that's weird. You got first a blue tongue and then a red tongue skink. I can't even survive this onslaught of weirdness. But hold on to your left foot.
Mark, when is it gonna be my turn, Mark?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I want to go. Come on.
No, all right. I'll skip ahead to the bottom. Hold on to your. Whoa! Look at the Yeti crab.
I've got the Yeti crab on my list. Yeti crabs are weird as hell.
Dinos are alive.
Wow, what other ads do you have down there?
I know I've got this episode in the bag, but
done?
Yeah, Bob,
Are you done? Can I go finally?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah,
sure. This is such a disaster.
Wade, are you ready for this? Are you ready, Wade, for what I've got going on?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So if we scroll to the next one here.
Well, I got one that's gonna blow your dick off and then grow you a new one.
Oh, it better not be a dragon-headed caterpillar from factanimal.com.
Wait, no, Bob, I've got something even weirder. Are you ready for this?
I know, yeah,
Okay.
no, hit me with it.
Hold on. Let me just.
I'm the host. You're supposed to respect me.
What about this is not respecting you? We're playing your game.
I don't
you want to
think-
play a game?
All right. Okay, so if you look right here, you'll notice that this bathroom is exceptionally dirty. And I'm like, how did poop get on the wall? So what I do is I bust out my power washer and I just clean that off.
Are you playing this in the background while we're recording a podcast?
So you're saying the poop cleans off
Are you shitting me?
well. Oh, well. No, even though it's a bathroom and so you'd think like, oh, I might be shitting you. No, oddly enough, I'm in a bathroom not pooping. How weird is that?
Bob, you have a follow-up?
All right, I have one more. This might be related to one that Mark shared already, but I want to just get this in here. It's hard to tell, but if you look closely at this, can you tell if this is a reindeer that's about to fly or a non-reindeer that's just about to jump?
Oh,
The
man.
background has been photoshopped out, and I know Mark talked about flying reindeer earlier, but I'm just saying, isn't it weird how indistinguishable this is from a reindeer?
I have no idea what to even think about that.
Hang on, let me do a little bit of quick research.
I'm really glad you guys are taking this topic to heart. Wait, what do you got, man?
All right, no, here, look, here, I've got, I'm just gonna share this. I'm just gonna share it and take it back real quick. I just want you to look at it and take it in, and then,
All right, I'm ready.
then we'll discuss it. This is pretty weird. So we've got that going for us. And I'll describe it for viewers at home. It's a man who appears to be wearing a carved watermelon husk helmet and some goggles that look not unlike Minion goggles. But the opening on the helmet is sort of narrow, so it sort of gives his face a funny proportion. And he's tucking his chin, so he's got a double chin, and he's smiling, but his lips are closed. He's got a really big lower lip.
Am I on a better show? Am I on Punked?
He got a green blanket wrapped around his torso, so he's very green in color.
For those who weren't watching, the best part of that is Bob shared it for half a second and then shared it so just like this jump scare of a watermelon.
Look, I didn't want to overwhelm anybody with how weird it was. I just wanted to expose you to it so we could discuss.
Jesus Christ, those...
What is the name of the first artificial Earth satellite launched by the Soviet Union in 1957?
Sputnik?
Yes, very good.
I almost said Hubble, so I'm glad you said 1957 because I was like, so the Hubble. The Soviets had that Hubble telescope. Remember that one?
All right, Mark. This is an equally easy question, Mark, and no one's going to be mad about this. What is the name of the principle that states that no two electrons in an atom can have the same set of quantum numbers?
Dude, you don't remember this?
The Pauli exclusion principle.
Holy fuck, are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Well done, man. I was going to steal that one too.
Did you know that, Wade?
No, I thought it was the polyamorous principle. I would have gotten it wrong.
Wade, what was the name of the first known written legal code? Hey, you almost went to law school. You should know this. Created by a Babylonian king. You just said the word Babylon. You basically know this one.
I did. The first code as written by Babylon was called I'm gonna go fuck myself code.
Surprisingly close, but no. Mark for the steal?
Magna Carta.
No.
Is it that letter from the copper salesman to the guy who bought the shitty copper from the dude? Okay, all right. Just checking.
It's the Code of Hammurabi.
Oh, I've actually heard of that.
Mark, what is the name of the effect that describes the change in frequency of a wave in relation to an observer moving relative to the wave source?
Doppler effect?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. All right.
Dude, I am fucked. I peaked at Sputnik.
Wait, I can't tell if you're going to definitely know this one or if this is another.
Dude, you never know with me.
You got this, buddy. Which Roman emperor is known for his wall that spans all across northern Britain?
How many Roman emperors do I know other than Caesar?
Oh, well, you probably know this one.
Caesar.
Nope.
Oh, Tim. You remember the Roman Emperor Tim?
Julius Caesar, Gnaeus Augustus, Tim.
Well, I'm guessing it's not Gnaeus Augustus, no.
That's a made-up name that's not even a Roman name, probably. That's nothing.
Maximus Thane.
Mark, what is the rarest naturally occurring element on Earth?
Einsteinium.
You wish. Wait for the steel?
Unobtainium.
Almost. Astatine. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, right. Okay, go on with your made-up elements. Get out of here.
Astatine. I brushed my teeth with that, dude.
Wade. Who was the first emperor of the Holy Roman Empire?
Julian Caesar. It was Julius's great-grandpa.
Mm-hmm. No, I got that. I was with you. Just
Maximus Thane.
no. If that seems fair. Okay, Mark. I have a really good feeling that you know the answer to this one.
Uh-huh.
What was the name of the first known written legal code created by a Babylonian king?
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Wait. Oh, God, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I'm sorry, Mark. Are you having some trouble with this question?
Oh, no.
I feel like the answer is probably somewhere in your mind.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Mark, I'm going to have to request that you give me your answer here.
Oh, it's the letter that the guy gave to the copper salesman. Oh.
Is that your answer again?
Yeah, that's my answer.
That's incorrect.
Oh, I thought I was about to go through the same thing. Oh, dude, I didn't pay attention at all.
Oh, man, if only you listened.
Oh,
no.
Oh, no. Mark, we got to work together.
Let me check this. All right. Mark, you get to go first on the next one here. Mark, I know that you know this one. We talked about this, I think. Which Roman emperor is known for his wall across northern Britain?
Come on, man. Oh, man.
It's right there. It's on the tip of your tongue, man. You got this.
Emperor Hyman, known for barriers.
Dude, it really sucks when they break his wall.
Yeah, you can really only break it the one time, and then it's just...
Come on, man.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mark. That is incorrect. Wait, do you know...
I was hoping Mark would actually get this right. Oh, you know, Emperor Hatiti.
No.
Hasanabi, habanero, hopscotch, happy tappy.
I'll tell you the answer, just like I've been telling you the answer to all the previous questions. That one is Emperor Hadrian.
Oh, fuck.
All right, Wade, you get to go first on this one.
No!
What was the name of the treaty that ended the 30 Years' War in 1648?
Oh, God.
Who was it between? Can I get it?
I don't have that information. I only have the question.
Oh, man. It was the Treaty of Beowulf.
Beowulf is incorrect. I'm very sorry.
I feel so stupid.
Tell me, Mark. Tell me the answer. What was the name of the treaty that ended the 30 Years' War in 1648?
I got it. The Treaty of Recreational Vehicles. I remember.
Oh, is this the Winnebago one?
Yeah, this is the Winnebago one.
Shit! Can I re-steal?
Sure.
Winfield.
No. Mark, I know you know the answer to this one. What is the rarest naturally occurring element on Earth? Come on. This is spoon-fed right here.
It's ass. Ass. It's the ass particle. Ass. Astonium.
Oh.
It's an ass. It's ass. It's ass.
I'll give you one more guess.
Dude, he's grabbing that ass.
Ass.
He's just stuttering. I know you can get there. It's a whole word, Mark. Yeah, say the whole word.
He said astonium.
Astonium.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Wade, do you know what the rarest naturally occurring element is on Earth?
I thought it was astonium. It is
I believe in you.
not astanium. Acetine.
Yes, it is. Astatine.
Mark, thank you so much for giving me ass, because I would have never remembered without your ass.